Okay, so this kind of went the way I thought it would go.
Mhm.
And I think this is pretty consistent across the board, and I'm sure y'all are, correct me if I'm wrong, ladies.
Mhm.
For women, it's all adjustable depending.
Mhm.
For example, let's say a man is making mid to upper six figures. We can go down in physical attractiveness depending on what else he brings to the table. Or if this guy is, because is, let's call it a high mid tier golfer who has pretty high social status, we can go down on the other ones because of who he is. When I say we, I'm talking just about the women that ain't got shit to do with me. Um, and if a man is just physically attractive without the other two, if he has charisma, charm, uh, 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 is assertive, has all the other manly qualities, women will flock to that. Like I don't think that there's for women. I don't think that there's necessarily a definition for all of those. For example, I mean, shit, the baby and Flavor Flav got women. Them niggas ugly. They ugly in a motherfucker, but they
So
still get women. You know what I'm saying? So for women, I don't think that necessarily there's a minimum threshold for any of those if you over exceed in any one of those. That's just my opinion.
I think you're right, AP. I think there's a caveat to it. I think that what that fluctuation looks like is based on what that woman is looking to get out of the interaction. If she's looking for strictly financial support, she will be more flexible on how he looks. If she's looking for a relationship, she will be more flexible on his income. If she's looking for a sneaky link, she may not be so flexible on how he looks, right? Depending on how she looks. Women, it's like a sliding scale as opposed to it just being flexible.
You know
That's why
what's
it's
so
all
funny?
cap.
Let me just say this, and mistaken can vouch for this because mistaken knows me pretty well. For whatever reason, money just it can't just be about money with me. You know, it just I don't understand that.
To be honest, I think if you follow social media I have you believing that most women prioritize money over everything. I really do. It will have you thinking that all these women don't give nothing about no men as long as they have money, we're good. Social media will have you thinking that. But the truth of the matter is, vast majority of women are not dealing with these men that have all of this money. They're dealing with average men that make average money because most men are not nines. Most men are not making over making six figures, but they're dealing with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you said that money really doesn't do it for you, I think that's probably vast majority of women. Not to say that they don't want a man that has money or have means.
Yeah.
That those are two totally different things. Saying that, oh, my man have to have above six figures or have six figures, versus I want, a man that has money, like Ina said, that can sustain himself, that manages his money well, so you can do the things that you want to do in life. It doesn't mean like I may not be able to go on a international trip every year, but it may take me every 2 years to get there. I'm still doing the things that I want to do. I still have access to doing the things that I find important. And that's okay as long as you're managing your money right. And I think most women feel like that. They want to feel secure. They want to feel financially secure, but that financial security isn't necessarily based on you making over six figures or making six figures. It's about how do you manage the means that we have. And that's where that financial security comes in.
The part I think that's missing from your argument is if I'm making 7 figures year over year, I have access to 90% of the women. That doesn't mean that that's going to be your cup of tea. That you're going to go for that guy. But the truth is, he'll at least have access to you to try to let's say it would be to tickle Shan's brain. He has more access to be able to do that than the guy making 55. Also, the guy that's making that 7 year over year, and again, we're talking about less than 2% of people, but
The
um,
AP depends on
but that guy that
That's what it
that
lies with
would
trying to tell
hold
you.
on, hold on. You women in general will have a tendency to overlook some of those other things because he is making that money, that 7 figure year over year. So we can get up here and, in my opinion, it sound a bit self righteous about it. But the truth of the matter is, if this guy is actually making money like that, he has access to just about every single woman on the planet, and he gets to determine if how much access he wants to grant her. Like
Well,
we got to keep it a stack about this.
we are going to keep it stacked. The reality of it is, so we would not take away the fact that a lot of women, a great majority of the women, especially nowadays, the money will call. It's like, oh, he's got money. They'll go after the money, right? But there are some people like myself, for whatever reason, you know what? God always gives you what you really don't be wanting, right? I get a lot of men with some money. It just does not move me the way that it moves some people. I cannot date you just because you have money. I have to be attracted to you in some other way besides, your money. It's got to be something else there. I can't just be like, oh, he got money. Girl, he got money. Let me go. I can't, I don't know why. I just can't do it. Because then I have to picture myself kissing you. I know then you're going to want to mistaken. Am
Facts.
I lying?
I literally had to go to a completely different part
Mistaken.
of the
Am
house
I
just to get a
mistaken?
hat.
Be honest with you. For swear, am I lying though? Like, do I just,
Yes.
because I get some money, right?
Yeah,
I
that's what I was
do.
gonna say. At the age and stage you are now in life, absolutely, I can agree with that. When we were younger, I might have questioned
Are
that.
you trying to? Ain't nobody said nothing about younger. We talk about now.
That's
Listen,
what I said.
this
I agree with you.
this is a very interesting experiment and an expose that you ladies have put on. I understand that you lady were answering these things as honest and as fair as you possibly can, right? I understand that you guys are smart and that you understand variances and nuance and all that jazz, right? But time after time, as much as what women, their honest feelings versus how they deal in reality is two different things. The reason why a lot of women that say they want men that make a lot of money but don't mess with men that make a lot of money, it's because of the woman. It's not because of the guy. It's
Let
not
me
that they
say that again.
The reason why a lot of women that say they want a lot of guys with a lot of money but they don't deal with a guy with a lot of money, it's because of the woman, not because of the guy. If you're not that type of woman, you ain't got the personality, you ain't got the character, the way that you look, the way that you dress, where you're at in vicinity to these guys, you're not going to get these guys that make money. He might see you and be like, you got a terrible attitude, or you look bad, or
Mhm.
you got different colors in your hair, or you like to go to the club, or you like to do this. Like, there are a lot of things that are taking women away from the men that they desire. A lot. And a lot of it ain't financial. It's more so mental. It's more so, is she loud? Is she annoying? How does she dress? How does she look? There's these small things that women do that can get them the man that they want. But they don't focus on that. They focus on how to basically fake it till you make it. they get some of the guys that they want. And at more than times than not, it works for a season, but then it gets them burnt in the long run. But when I'm listening to you ladies, especially Shan, listen, Shan, you say that money don't move you, which
It
I
doesn't.
agree. It don't move you to a degree, right?
Mhm,
But if he looked the way that you want and he
mhm.
sound the way that he want
That's
and he
different.
making that
You
money,
listen. I
oh
said money alone.
yeah, but listen,
That's
nobody
different.
picks anything off of one thing. Nobody is choosing. No dude
Okay.
is choosing a girl
So
wisely.
you just made the perfect guy. Of course, nobody's gonna give up the perfect guy. All I
But he ain't
said
the perfect
was
guy because
you
he
can't
probably don't
just
got the.
be
He probably
no.
got.
It's women who don't care about nothing else. All they care about is money. I'm saying that's not me.
Listen,
That's not me.
that type of woman is not the average type of woman. That woman that's looking to just get just that thing. Listen, she's playing the long game. She's trying to get whatever she can get out this guy, and then she's trying to make it up out of there, right? But the
Possibly.
most women, you need to have a average. There needs to be a balance of the things in order for her to really want to deal with you. If you got looks, you got some money, you know what I'm saying, and you got some sort of status or something like that, that gives you the best chance of being able to land with most women. If you got one out of the three, you're a lost cause, at least for the long term, because many women will deal with an physically attractive guy that doesn't have anything else for just what that is. But as far as for the long term game, y'all not doing that. Like, I don't even know why she said that, but
One of the things that AP mentioned, and I want to point out, is the rappers that he chose. I don't know their names, but he mentioned some rappers, right? And he was saying these men are not attractive people, but they get women. Do understand that that too has something to do maybe with money and pool, because women like men who have access to things that they don't have access to. That's also attractive to women.